Aww. Area code 630. What's up, man?
Hello, Ghost. This is Bebop from Chicago again.
How you doing, man?
Not too bad yourselves.
Not too bad. Just here.
I called in a few days ago to share a TSA story, and you cut me off. I think you thought I was a troll, and you said that I was taking too long to get to the point.
Yeah, go ahead. I remember you. Go ahead.
I have a condensed version of my story if you're still interested in hearing it.
Go ahead. We're listening, man.
All right. Well, as I said, right now I am getting lawsuit threats for treason for sharing this story with the BBC. When I arrived to the airport with some of my friends, I went from O'Hare International to LAX. I arrived at the airport with some of my friends. We got to the first security checkpoint, and that was the full body scanner. And I knew about my opt-out right for this. I'm not sure if many people know about opt-outs for security scanners or not. But if
I'm
you
sure
opt out,
they don't.
you can actually say the words, "I don't want to do this, I'm opting out," and they will take you off to the side, they'll pat you down, or they'll take you off to a private room and they'll strip search you. But there will be no cameras involved. So either way, you're still risking that.
For a strip search? Because you don't want to go and get your Johnson X-ray photograph? Are you kidding me?
Well, it's because a lot of people will opt out because they actually store those images on a database. And with all the security leaks that are coming out, I'd rather them strip search me than have my Johnson on the database that might get leaked by a lulzsec group.
Well, how do you know there's not a camera in that room to begin with anyway? You know that they have cameras the size of pinholes now.
Well, they had me sign a waiver, actually, saying that I was not being videotaped, but I do understand that since there is no videotape, then whatever I say couldn't be used legally.
But, I mean, aren't you afraid that, it didn't. Well, just get to the story. I mean, where did the infringement on your rights happen? And you say this to the BBC, and you're getting tried with treason. That's where we want to get to. How did that happen?
Right. So they take me to the back room, and I see that they have a little box of latex gloves. And I don't know if any of you know what that means, but.
Yeah,
they don't put on latex
anal
gloves.
Cavity search or something, man. Are you kidding me? Were they suggesting that you have an anal cavity search?
They weren't only suggesting it, however, they're insisting it. And I immediately, once I saw that, I told them I'd turn around, I'd go home, and I would drive with some of my other friends. I'd drive to California. And they told me flat out that I could not leave, and if I were to leave, then I would be put under arrest.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Is this happening in America?
This happened going out of O'Hare International Airport in Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, they proceed with the body cavity search, as they call it. And the entire time, all I could think was, what would anybody else do in this situation? What would people like you do in this situation? I started to think about what you do. I started to think about you, and I started coming buckets all over the floor. Well, they're fisting my asshole. I just couldn't, my asshole started constraining against the wrist. And just the sensation of it was so beautiful. I spewed all over the floor, and it took them so long.
You decided that, hey, it's time for me to turn a little fruit bowl, and, time for me to turn flesh flute player. It's time for me to, take it up the pooper. Is that what you're thinking?
Oh, it's Fruit Bowl Wednesday, Ghost, and I just wanted to give you a nice little story to relate. Everybody's got the best assless chaps on. Everybody's wearing.
Let's just go ahead. Hey, hold on. I'll tell you what. Since you're fruiting off on the mic, let's go ahead and throw some fruit music on here, so it'll make you feel a little better. Could we
please?
Throw some fruit.
Let's celebrate Fruit Bowl Wednesday like a champion.
There it is. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Can you chante for me? Can you chante? I'll chante if you don't chante. Chante. Come on, girls. I know you know the words.
You beat my drum hard. I might just kick it. You want to stick it from London to LA. Yeah, that's the ticket. Come on and kiss it. I like the Gucci. I love the.
All right, yeah, that's about enough of that fruit bowl crap.